That's a hint.
Oh, that's for me.
Your breath smells like.
For a long time, I mean, he would run around and just sound like he had Tourette's.
He got his ass kicked by a 13-year-old girl and a 75-year-old dude that was on oxygen.
I've been beat by them all.
Do we need to bleep this out?
Don't worry.
As long as
we
my
got
wife
you.
don't watch it.
See, we got you.
You found the Beards and Badges podcast. The podcast where coffee is strong, beards are questionable, and training is non-negotiable. If you've ever cleaned your gun at midnight, trained on your day off, or wondered why your gear keeps getting heavier, you're in the right place. No fluff, no safe spaces, just experience, laughs, and lessons learned the hard way. So beard check, make ready, and let's send some freedom seeds.
Even though we were only out there till 11.
Welcome
Holy
back to
crap.
Beards and Badges.
It was so
How
hot at the
about
range
you
today.
shut up over there?
It sucked.
Just going to cut you off.
Also, I didn't know I was going to be on this podcast. I was just going to watch.
What do you mean you didn't know?
I thought you guys were doing this. Like,
I talked to you the other day, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know there was going to be enough room. We should, after we do one, we should do Brian, and then we should have them both on.
Yeah.
And then we'll just kind of like, while they're going back
Yeah.
and forth, we'll just kind of like step out.
Sneak out.
We only do that in text message.
We'll bring it to life. We'll read it.
I was so wound up last night because I was mad because it started downpouring in Fort Smith. As soon as I get off work, I mean, it's like downpouring. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to the range tonight. I get home and I'm watching the radar and it's like it just shows it just blowing up in Central City. And I mean, I'm like, yeah, the time I get out there, it'll just literally I'm just sitting on the back porch and it does nothing.
Yeah, it's separated.
Literally
and,
nothing.
Yeah.
I hear thunder everywhere, and I was like, I'm just sitting there fuming.
Yeah.
I could have went to the range. And I'm like,
Well, we were at the range last night setting up, and I was going to shoot, and then I got irritated, and I didn't. And I had to go home and do chores, and my wife was watching the radar, and she's same thing. Hey, we're going to get some rain. And then about 15 minutes later, she's like, look at this. And literally, it just separates and just goes all the way around. Like, damn it. I need some rain.
I mean, it was like our store where I work is right across from the Walmart on Zero. So as I was coming down Zero, I mean, it was raining so hard you could barely see. And it's like you get to the new Harps there in Barling, nothing. Just dry. And it's just like, I'm like, well, I'm going to trust the radar, and it screwed
Don't
me
show
over.
it. So when I left my house, I know you've never been there, but I live at the bottom of a hill. I drive to the top of the hill, pretty steep hill. The road is completely saturated. My house was completely dry, and it's less than a quarter of a mile to the top of the hill. Completely saturated. Drove a mile and a half down the road to get fuel. The temperature dropped 8 degrees. I get 2.5 miles outside of my town, and it goes back up to 101. So it dropped down to 92 in a mile and a half, and then in 2.5 miles, it went back up to 101. That's freaking. I was like, okay, it's not going to feel that bad at the range setting stuff up. And then 2.5 miles down the road, it's like, yeah, it's going to suck.
Let's talk about how only psychopaths can like summer.
It feels great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's Aaron. He's Smith. Brent. I'm Paul. And today we have a guest, Lauren. What's up, Lauren?
What's up?
Why are you here?
I don't know. I'm one of the few people that's actually watched the show, and I call.
You commented and got a spot on the show.
I was like, hey, we're going to have you on the show. I'm like, okay.
Damn it. I shouldn't have told you that I watched it. So we met Lauren, what, a little over a year and a half ago now?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been longer.
It's been close to 2 years.
I mean, how long have y'all been shooting competitively?
I think, what was it? October of 24, I think was our first match.
Yes.
But we had been working with you and the guys for probably 2 months or so.
Yeah,
So yeah, about 2 years now.
Yeah, about 2 months before your first match then. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, going about 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a fun journey.
Been very entertaining. Very entertaining, as in your ensemble there.
This was
Oh, yeah.
by request.
Yeah,
You might have to hold it up just a little bit. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Brought my buddy.
that's,
My buddy.
that was a birthday gift.
It was a beautiful gift
Yeah.
from Lauren.
Very nice.
He gave it to me at the end of a match.
So what kind of match are you talking about?
What kind of match are we talking about, Lauren?
I don't know.
So we met Lauren kind of through Decker, Ron Decker. I had just got back from some training in Florida, and one of the dudes that was in the class today was a shooting class. And one of the dudes that was in the class, he and I got to talking, and he was a law enforcement guy out of Florida, and he started talking about competitive shooting and how he had gotten into it. And at first, because in law enforcement, we've always heard competitive shooting has nothing to do. There's no correlation to law enforcement. So he and I talked about it for a couple of days, and our buddy, which I ran into Lauren, and I kind of knew him on just a little cursory from the gym that I used to go to. Oh, golly gee, thanks.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
That's a hint.
Oh, that's for me.
Your breath smells like ass. So me and Decker get to talking, and he's like, well, Lauren's a competitive shooter for Walther. So he's like, so he introduced us, took us out to the range, and Smith and I went out and trained with them. And the first time, which he and I both were firearms instructors, and I've been teaching firearms for over 20 years at that point. And I was like, yeah, I know how to shoot. And then we start watching these guys shoot, and we're like,
Like, my God,
Holy
I suck.
I suck. This is a whole other ball game.
okay. So, and that was one thing that the dude in Florida said, that the first match he had ever gone to, he got his ass kicked by a 13-year-old girl and a 75-year-old dude that was on oxygen. He said literally the dude took his cannula off, went up, shot the stage, came back, and he put his cannula back on, and he absolutely wiped the floor. And this guy, he was a seasoned law enforcement officer, firearms instructor, all that kind of stuff. And he said it was kind of a thing where he had a choice to swallow his ego and his pride and go and learn from a different source, or just say, oh, well, this isn't what we need to do. And that's kind of the role that we took. And we have learned a tremendous amount from Lauren and the guys that we train with. And
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys. And I mean, just so you know, I was very pleasantly surprised when I first met them at their ability to actually shoot. Because been around, I've been director now going on close to 14 years at Old Fort Gun Club, and helping either run the matches or run them in some form or capacity. And so I've come across a lot of law enforcement and military over the years, and most of the time they come out once, they get beat by the little girl. I've never seen anybody on oxygen yet. Knock on wood, sure it's coming. Probably me one of these days.
I was going to say,
Yeah. But they typically can't put the ego aside, and so they don't come back. You guys, I mean, y'all came out there, you listened, and I mean, you just kind of started absorbing what we were saying. So, hey, this is a sport, but it's going to correlate with what you do in real life too. Because
yeah,
I've got a firm belief that shooting is shooting. Mm-hmm. Either you do it faster or more accurate. I mean, those are your only two real prefaces, and you're trying to build those. And so, I mean, like, you guys have just really absorbed that, and it's been nice watching y'all improve too. So, I mean, get a little
shoot you
pat
out.
on the
Thanks,
back
Lauren.
from both
Shoot
of
you
you.
out.
there were
means a
some
lot.
struggles at
Yeah.
the first.
Well, no, it was very comical at first. I mean, for a long time, I mean, he would run around and just sound like he had Tourette's. I mean, it just,
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
yeah, I mean, it's just cussing the entire time he shot, and I'm just like, oh, this is. I don't really want to correct him because it's hilarious. but if we don't, he's never gonna he's gonna keep doing this. So we had to it's like, all right, man, when you make a mistake, it's not, it's just mistake back in action. You know, it's literally just a minor hiccup. It's not a derailment. Yeah. So,
I got derailed. I actually made up a few words too. I think.
yes, you
Pretty sure I did in matches too. And there were
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have filter in matches either. You've gotten a lot better at that, though.
I have. Well, and the one thing that you and Lauren and Travis have all taught us is
Lauren.
You,
Yeah,
Lauren,
that's Lauren.
you, Lauren, Brian, and
He thinks I'm Brian, doesn't he?
no, I can tell you were clearly. But just being able to maintain that focus, and that is one thing that I have learned, and I'm not going to speak for Smith, but I think he would agree. It takes a tremendous amount of focus
Yes.
to stay on gun and to stay there and focusing on that spot. But so, how long have you been doing USPSA shooting?
Well, let's back up. Let's explain what USPSA is.
What is USPSA?
So
We've
what
tried
is
before.
USPSA? You want to explain?
No.
You
No,
barely
because
talk.
I'm sitting next to you and you know more about it than I do.
No. I just don't know it. USPSA, it's United States Practical Shooting Association. It is the what I call the running gun of the pistol world. And if you want to shoot PCC, then kind of a carbine, as long as it's pistol caliber. But I mean, it's all the stages, the running, the gunning, the manipulating your gun. It's I don't know. To me, it's the coolest sport out there. It leans a little more towards speed over accuracy, but they go hand in hand, and you can't really have one without the other. I mean, your top guys that they may be extremely fast, but they're also going to be very accurate. And but if you just focus on accuracy, you'll get beat by the guys that have a lot of speed. So I mean, you kind of got to have a combination of both to do well in the sport.
I've been beat by them all.
Yeah.
I get beat by a lot.
Yeah.
Not as much anymore as used to. I got beat by everyone. Now there's only like 2 or 3 below me. So I've moved up in the ranks a little bit. Oh. So what got you into USPSA?
Oh man. So I've always been a competitor of some sort. I grew up playing sports, and then after graduating high school, did competitive archery for several years. Traveled around doing that. Did rifles. The pistol stuff came because I actually got my concealed carry license in 2010. Went out there, didn't have any problem. I mean, I could stand and actually shoot a pistol. If you give me enough time, I mean, I could manipulate the pistol and shoot the spot. But I started watching and paying attention to stuff on the news, and like shootings is like, none of this happens on a flat range where you're just standing and drawing and you got 10 minutes to shoot a spot. Nothing happens that way.
Static.
So it was kind of two-sided. One, I was in a moment in my life to where I had nothing that I was competing in, so I was about to go crazy. I mean, it was literally driving me nuts. And then I also really sucked with a pistol. And I was like, okay, I need to get better at this. How do I get better at it quickly? The way I've always looked at it is if you get around people that are better than you, you will improve. Your learning curve will be sped up if you get around those folks. So we lived a few minutes from the range. I started looking on their line what they had. Went out there, watched a few matches. Like, I'm going to go do this. And went and bought some extra magazines and a cheap holster. And I mean, for literally the first 2 years, I competed with like a $15 belt from Dillard's. It was like the thickest.
Yeah.
It was like the thickest belt I had. And so that's what I wore. And but I went out and I started practicing, started improving, but I met people that were better than me that actually showed me the ropes. It's like, hey, try this, do this, and during that time, I got better, and then I just continued to practice. I mean, just kind of got absorbed by it, and then here I am, 14 years later, and I'm just like, holy cow, that's been a long time.
I know.
I graduated high school in 2010.
Yeah.
It's good for you, man.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known, Lauren, that
Oh.
sucked with the pistol.
Yeah, that
That'd
would have
been
been
cool.
that would have been nice.
That'd been cool.
That would have been nice. We try to keep Lauren's ego in check. Like he'll run something, and we'll be like, "That was absolute shit." I mean, you ran that in 7 seconds. We all ran it in 14.
Yeah.
So you need to slow down.
Yeah.
That's shitty. Shitty.
And had all hits. Like,
Yeah. Like you hit every target. You're supposed to miss
Yeah.
at least one of them. But so when did you transition to the dot? A red dot?
21.
21?
Yep, 2021. So we, me, Brian, and I don't know if y'all ever met Mark Kelly. He had probably stopped shooting before you guys.
I don't remember that name.
Okay, he's a firefighter here in Fort Smith, but he was getting hot and heavy in the sport, getting really good. Of course, with a firefighter's schedule, he has like 4 days a week to practice.
Right.
So he was out the range all the time. But me, him, and Brian and our families, we all went to Colorado in 21 and shot the Bighorn Classic. Most beautiful gun range you will ever go to. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. It's called the Cameo Shooting Complex. That was the last iron sight match I shot. And it was, and I'd already told him, I was like, after this match, I'd been shooting irons for probably 2012, 9 years up to that point, just strictly irons. I was like, I'm switching to dots. All the competition's moving to dots. I mean, everything's moving to dots. LE's moving to dots. There's nobody shooting irons anymore. So that was my last match. I came home, literally took all the guns that could fit dots and started putting dots on them. And I haven't shot iron sights since.
We saw a picture the other day. How many dots do you have now?
A lot. Do we need to bleep this out?
Don't worry.
As long as
we
my
got
wife
you.
don't watch it.
See, we got you. We bleep it out.
Yeah, as long as
It's fine.
well, I'm from Oklahoma, so I'm not sure I can count that high.
That's fair.
I
That's
mean,
That's fair.
But-
no one is like, I just like a guess of how much you probably have. I can't even count that high. And I
There's
have a Texas education. so-
probably 15-ish. We're just talking pistols, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
15-ish.
I've got one
That's
of them.
cool.
Ish. Okay, 14-ish.
Are you
Well,
supposed
it's
to give
still
that back
yours.
to him?
Well, I
When he's
was
done with it.
I was going to meet up with him the other day, and he was like, "Oh no, I just
when he
wanted to
arrives.
make." He said because I was going through, and I was like, "I think I'm missing one, but I'm not sure." And I would say that that's when you have a plethora of dots. Is when you're not sure that so. But but he did feed me some good information on. So I'm testing out that 507 comp, which has the bigger window, which I'm not acclimated. Which we talked about this a few months ago. The window size should not matter as long as you're threat focused. You're only going to see whatever. But it is a little weird being able to see so much more through that window because I run the acros, but the 407 comp because I only run a dot and that 507 has like 20 or 30 different options,
Retarded.
reticle options. The 407 is just a 6 MOA, and that's all it is, and it's like $100 and some bucks cheaper.
Yeah.
And in my career, that's cheaper is better.
I don't have any of the big windows, but I have seen that it's like that. It's like, holy crap, I can see so much
Yeah,
more. I get distracted. I'm like, oh yeah, pow.
Yeah, it's
So the only advantage to that I see from our standpoint in the competitive world, carry wise, all my carry guns have the smaller enclosed dots, but the from a competitive world, the bigger window is not about how much I can see; it's about the ability to track the dot. And so when you're shooting at a very fast, high level like what we shoot at, we're calling our shots in real time. So it's like the second that trigger breaks, wherever that dot is, I will see that dot lift. And if you can think of like a heartbeat monitor, when you see that deal, that where that lifts from tells me exactly where that shot broke. Also, by getting to watch it, whether it does this or that, tells me grip. It gives me a lot of visual feedback, but it also gives me tracking ability to know where that thing's going to come back down. And if I'm seeing it go up and come back down, if it does this weird number, when I see that bigger window gives me that ability to just track it and go, okay, yes, I've got my grip right, everything's where it needs to be, and keep doing what you're doing or fix something. It's strictly, it's not about I can see more of the torso, it's really just calling the shot preference in my book.
I can see that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is a valid point, and that's one thing that we are trying to teach, because most of the agencies around here have gone to the dots, and getting guys transitioning over to that and getting them to recognize what I'm looking. If I have the correct grip, correct trigger press, one, that dot is never going to leave my window, but it's going to go straight up, straight down. So if I've got a deviation left or right, that's immediately telling me something's up with my grip.
Something's
so
off.
if I can recognize that, not necessarily that and I had a problem with this until you and Brian really started getting onto me on focusing on one spot. But it's a natural human instinct that if you see movement, your eyes want to follow that movement. Where one thing that we see a lot on the law enforcement, and even in the civilian world, people that we're trying to teach, is getting them to stop following that dot with their eyes and just stay focused on that one spot.
If you figure out a trick for that, you let me know, because I mean that is the hardest thing in my mind.
It's difficult.
Is to not focus on the dot. I mean, when I'm practicing, you will see, like, probably if you look at that picture, there's probably half of those dots that's got tape on them, and probably half that don't, because I'll practice shooting occluded, practice not, because I will get so focused on the dot. I mean, I describe it as like a cat chasing a red laser.
Yep.
I mean, I am, and when I first started off shooting a dot, like especially in a stage, I'd run to his position, and like I'd forget what the hell I was up there doing. I was just like chasing the dot with my eyes, like ooh, ooh, ooh. And, oh well, I'm supposed to be shooting. This is a time deviant, and it took a while to break that.
Yeah.
But hopefully nobody else has it that bad. But I mean, it actually can lead into, like, if you're into the slower shooting sports like archery and rifles, what they call target panic, where you actually start, that wobble actually induces more wobbles because you're like waiting for it to perfectly settle, and it never really perfectly settles.
No.
And so it just, you've got to learn to shoot in that, what I call a wobble zone. The more you shoot, the better you become, the more you reduce the wobble zone. And so it takes time. And if you have enough caffeine, you just have a big wobble zone, and you just send it.
Yeah.
And so
It's just the best two shots, right?
Yeah.
just shoot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I don't shoot revolvers. They're easy to reload. And, I mean, the semis are easy to reload, and I got a lot of rounds on tap.
What's sad though is I feel like you could, like, if you practice with a revolver and speed reloads and stuff, like,
Jerry Muselek.
Oh yeah.
you still might beat me.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would take a while. That's literally one gun I do not own, is any type of revolver.
Really?
Yeah, I've never felt the need to own one. So many great semis out there.
There are a lot of great ones.
How you feel about the
High point?
380?
Except for those. Those are trash.
380s? There's nothing wrong with the 380.
That was for Brian.
There's nothing. Hashtag, this is for you, Brian. Fuck you, Lauren. 380s are good. I mean,
No, they're not. I'm sorry.
So why are they not?
Oh no, I just they go
Why,
back.
why,
and forth.
why are they not? Because Brian carries one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Not just one.
Gotcha.
He carries
Several.
multiple. And the reason he carries multiple is because they're not good. It's because they're probably not going to stop a full-size adult male. I mean, they might, I mean,
do you think they would stop a sheep?
a sheep, not a goat, right?
Sheep.
Sheep, yes.
You don't think?
If it's been sheared
Yeah,
or shorn or whatever.
I think it's shorn.
It's been
Is it shorn? Is it because you shear a sheep, and a sheep that has been sheared has been shorn?
Yeah, if it's got to go through all the wool, then probably not. Probably don't stand a chance.
That's actually probably pretty accurate.
But it won't stop a goat. No, goats are tough.
They are really tough.
It's actually kind of makes me wonder why Brian messes with goats, because he's not tough.
Only when it comes to heat. And dude, I'm with him. I just, even like today, whenever I went out there to pick the stuff up, it was just, I mean, it's freaking miserable.
Hey everyone, quick break in the episode real quick. Just wanted to talk about Defense Specialist Training Team, our training team here at Beards and Badges. Training with your firearm is one of the most important investments you can make. Proper training helps build confidence, develop safe habits, and gives you the skills you need to effectively defend yourself and your loved ones in any situation whenever the need arises. Defense Specialist Training Team has classes for everyone. Whether you're brand new to carrying a firearm, whether you're looking for solid foundations with our basic pistol course, or you're wanting to hone in some skills with our advanced pistol course, or you're even looking to get your Arkansas concealed carry license, Defense Specialist Training Team has something for everyone built just for you. With over 70 years of combined law enforcement and firearms training experience, Defense Specialist Training Team provides professional, practical instructions for shooters of every skill level. No matter where you're starting, there's a training program for everyone. Visit DefenseSpecialistTrainingTeam.com to learn more, view upcoming classes, and sign up today. That's DefenseSpecialistTrainingTeam.com. Training you can trust for when it matters most.
So here's the thing, Aaron. I hate cold weather. I like the heat. Now, I don't like it 100 degrees, but I like it warm. My joints don't hurt when it's warm. I hurt when it's cold. I don't cry like these two do about it being cold like they do when it's being warm. That's all. I mean, it's literally our group text. It's just him and Brian. Oh my gosh, it's 90 degrees. It's just awful. We should not have to live in this. And I'm just like,
We
stop
shouldn't.
crying.
There has not been a tear shed. Now, there has been a lot of sweat shed.
There's
See, I can't say
Wait.
that. I'm just fat. I love the cold. I can't get cold enough. So when it does get hot, there's only so much I can take off.
So year before last, they put up the lights in Bay 14. So now we've been able to actually practice year round after work in the evenings. So that winter, it got cold enough one night that I actually started jogging around the bay because I was so cold. But I didn't cry and whine like these two do. No, my little happy ass just ran laps around the bay until I was warm, and then I would shoot. These two, oh, my butt sweats too much. I'm going home. And
Oh, shit. So we went out. You remember that weird snow that we got where we actually got some snow? We went out there in shorts and T-shirts and had a wonderful
Hold on,
time.
who's we on that?
Me and Brian.
I was
Okay,
gonna say, I
I was
didn't.
gonna say I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I probably didn't leave the house.
We trudged through we actually stood in piles of snow and shot, and it was beautiful.
In
in
shorts.
shorts.
And T-shirt, and it was freaking fantastic.
Yeah, y'all are insane. See,
See, I'm not that
who's the crazy one here? I mean,
I don't. That's what I do. I mean, I love wearing shorts and a hoodie. Is like my favorite thing.
That's
Like,
There's nothing wrong with it.
great.
Nothing.
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
not that
obviously you don't like the heat either.
No. Lauren, if I walked out to my car right now just to grab something and come back in, it's
Well,
everything. I'm in a shower.
I mean, you're going to sweat, but I mean, that's the thing about this time of year. We're all going to sweat.
Stupid.
I mean, we're all going to stink.
It's so stupid.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, my elbows don't hurt or my back don't hurt. I wake up in the
but I'm completely soaking wet. Why?
in the
You're
winter,
lubricated.
I'm like, okay, I hurt. It's just, I hurt. I'm cold.
Hey, have you put like Ben Gay on your joints and stuff?
I have not. Mainly
should
because
try
it
it.
says gay in it. And
Have you ever watched some of those old school commercials?
yeah.
Holy shit. Like the ones from like the 80s and even some
Well, I
from
mean,
the
they
70s.
probably haven't. I mean,
I
we
have.
grew up
No,
watching
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I have not.
But have you watched, like, if you go to YouTube and watch, like, commercials from the 70s and 80s, good grief. There's some,
Some hidden humor.
well,
Like if they played today.
if they played it today,
yeah,
they
good.
couldn't play it today. It was, and my wife and I were watching some the other night, and it was like, oh my gosh, and these were like on just regular TV commercials, and we're like, yay!
All 5 channels. That was great.
You know,
Yeah.
I think I only had 2 growing up.
Yeah, when I was a kid, and it was the old knob. You just crank it, which we
That's
didn't, we
not
didn't
so
have
bad
a TV.
though. 'Cause nowadays you got like so many different.
Yeah.
Like it takes me longer to find something to watch than
Yeah.
That ain't
actually
no
watching
shit.
Yeah.
something. So
That's irritating.
yeah, 2 channels.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Click. I don't like this. I'm going to bed.
All right, go outside,
Pretty much. Read a book.
read a book.
You know, there's always the option too to watch like this podcast that you could listen to.
Oh yeah, you
I
can
don't
do
know. I
that.
don't
That's
watch
true.
podcasts.
You can do that too.
That's what I have been doing lately. And then I started texting them.
You liked it so much.
I started texting them some of the one-liners in them, and that's when, we should get Lauren on. I'm like, what? Huh? I was just watching this till I fell asleep.
No,
Yeah.
to
I'm
say,
pretty
like,
sure
you
Lauren
were-
was begging
when
to
we-
come on the.
When we first started this, or even started talking about this, you were one of the first people we had on the list to get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So am I the first guest?
Technically, Bo. At Clean.
And Mac.
Yeah. And Mac was the very first one.
Oh, that's right.
We weren't even on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac he was campaigning.
Yeah.
That's,
And he winded.
that is true.
That's good for him.
Yep.
But
And when does he start?
January 1.
January 1. Okay, he's still got a while then.
Yeah. A few months down the road.
It'll go back quick.
So you talked about adding the lights to the range. So how many days a week do you shoot?
Well, this week I only get to be one. I mean, it would have been two had I known it wasn't going to rain on me. Typically two. Typically Wednesday nights and then either Saturday or Sunday. Sometimes, I mean, like my wife is if she's got stuff going on, I can typically slip in Saturday morning and Sunday and get 2 practice sessions in on the weekend. But
Tell them about your garage. What's in your garage? All over the place.
cars.
Okay. not
2
the
Jeeps.
cars.
What's on the walls?
What's on the walls?
You mean the shop?
Yeah, the
Oh,
shop.
shop.
Sorry.
Yeah, and the shop
Sorry.
is. So the shop is it's just nothing but reloading stuff and dry fire targets everywhere.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's literally.
Yeah.
Do you reload all your ammo or?
Yes, the ammo I gave you here recently, that's the first ammo I bought in probably 10 years.
I was kind of surprised when you had factory ammo.
Yeah.
And you were putting it in the back of my vehicle, and I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, he didn't charge me for them. I can still carry it. So I went and bought a case of ammo and I split it with him. That's like the first ammo I bought in
A
a
long time.
very long time. Yeah.
Do you say,
I was hoping you gave him some homemade stuff and just short loaded all of them.
No.
that hadn't happened yet.
Use these in the next match.
I'd put all the primers in backwards. Here, use these.
He's cussing again.
Yeah. He's doing a little too good. Let's set him back just a little bit.
I load you up a bunch of squib rounds, ain't got no powder in them.
That'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. I'd blame it on Walther.
We watched a guy one time, Travis was telling me this, but a guy was shooting PCC, and he had loaded his own ammo, and he literally stacked up 13 bullets in his PCC barrel.
Holy shit.
Yeah. 13. He finally got to the 14th one, and it wouldn't chamber because, they went 3/4 of the way down the barrel.
Golly.
And they just stacked up, and then they finally got to where the bolt wouldn't close.
Holy shit.
But they kept saying, it kept running around, and it was making the noise, but there was, no holes in the targets. And they're like, what's going on? And he was, halfway through a stage where they're like, oh, wait, he shot at them, but there's no holes in the targets. And then it's like, finally, the gun wouldn't, finally quit running. It's like, Keith, what's going on? It's like, I don't know. Bullet won't go in. They're like, yeah, I don't think there's any powder in those.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
That was,
That's an important step.
yeah. That was a pretty important step in the reloading process. Whoops, got to put a little powder in them.
When you got to have fun on the range, too.
Yes,
If you don't have fun, then
we're all about that.
we try.
Yeah.
We've shot with some people that didn't want to have the same kind of fun that we like to have.
There are some people that there are some people that take it very seriously. I take it seriously to a point, but I'm out there to have a good time. That's just me. I do this for fun. I enjoy helping people, but at the end of the day, I just want to have a good time. But some do not.
No. Well, you have helped us, and you've also helped the law enforcement community in relation to that. In fact, today, he ran some training out there and put some dudes. We just set up ended up just setting up 2 stages, just real low round count. I think was at 10 or 12 rounds.
Yeah,
Something like that.
At the end, I put I double stack targets, like,
Oh, okay.
bottom and so boom,
Yeah.
boom, like on.
Oh,
on
yeah,
top.
I like that.
Yeah, just to get more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were super simple, so there was movement, but it also would make them move in unconventional and, having to push out to get to a target, not one just sitting out there in the open. But
And as much as I'd love to get like the setups we do, these were more, as far as the movements, a little more simple because a lot of the dudes haven't done any of this.
Mhm.
So it's, well,
I'm shocked you got him out there. I mean, it was 100 degrees today.
well,
Yeah,
whatever
it's
you make
mandatory.
them go out.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So this is a job requirement, guys. You have to come out there today. Okay, let me ask you all this. So, in our sport, we have the 180-degree rule. So your muzzle can never break the 180 degree when you're running in a stage. How does that, because obviously when you're training for tactical situations, true police, LE situations, the 180-degree mark, that's not,
It's everywhere. Yeah.
there is no 180 degree. So how do y'all train that into what you're doing?
it's all muscle discipline.
Yeah.
Just if being conscious of knowing who is in front of me or who may be crossing in front of me and knowing to get that muzzle out of the way.
Okay.
But if I need, like if I'm 3/4 way down the hall and he's hollering for help, then I've just got to turn and haul ass back up to where he's at. But it's just about muzzle discipline, making sure I'm not flagging anybody, which we see a lot of.
Well, I mean,
But-
it's hard not to. I mean, that's very hard not to, even in our sport, pointing your muzzle at somebody or in the wrong direction. But I mean, I was curious in y'all's world of training. That's how that
Do you agree with
related.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's all you can do, really.
And we hound on that a lot. Muzzle discipline, muzzle. And one thing that we find, especially in training, is a lot of people, if they haven't really pushed themselves in training, so their mindset isn't there, and let's say we're just doing some basic room clearing where it is a force on force. They get so much tunnel vision that their eyes aren't catching a dude is moving into their sector, or maybe this guy just isn't thinking and he pushes in front of them and they still end up flagging. But being able to open up and recognize and just get that muzzle out of the way, up or down. And we teach both, the high port or low, just whichever's fastest and most efficient. The one lesson, and I think it was the first or second, I think it was the second time that we had come out and trained with you guys. One of the dudes we had gone through, and all of our stuff has always either been static or very limited movement, but a lot of tactical related stuff. So we were kind of pushing through in a tactical mindset rather than, and I had totally bombed the stage that we had set up. I think I fucking missed.
Beep, beep.
I totally missed the target at like 3 yards, and I was pissed off. And one of the dudes that comes out and shoots with us occasionally, he's like, "Hey man, tactics don't mean shit. All you're doing out here is you're working shooting fundamentals. That is all you're doing. You're pushing yourself beyond your threshold, but controlled. But stop trying to do the tactical shit and just work the shooting fundamentals." And that took, I think it took me a little bit longer than it did Smith, but being able to get out of that mindset, and the other thing I like about it is you get to work on your footwork a lot.
It's huge.
And that helps so much. But
Footwork is one of those things that it's, and we got a couple of new guys that have started, Bill and Greg have started shooting with us, and they're as green as it gets. And Bill is he's really green as far as like the sport. Greg is green as the sport. Greg's done quite a bit of stationary shooting, so his accuracy is phenomenal. And now Bill is all about speed, but in like working with them, it's like, wow, it's like I take for granted like the 14 years and the footwork and the movement, and because I'm like, okay, it should just be easy to like turn a circle. And they're like, hey, I've never turned a circle with a gun. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that got it. Yeah, just let's work on that. And it is difficult, and so.
And seeing a lot of the guys at the Leo shoot that we did switch that mindset going from just fully doing it tactical to then starting to game it a little bit more and learn a little bit more was really cool to see, even just through the day, through the 6 stages, like watching them get a little more comfortable with it at a time and like figuring it out a little bit more.
I've seen a huge, let's see, we've done, 3 LE matches now since 2024, 25, and 26.
Yep.
I have seen an improvement. Now, it may be different shooters coming, but I have seen improvements in the shooters since y'all have started that.
Yeah.
That is, because, I mean, like the first year, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a handful of the LE guys that were pretty good, but for the most part, I'm just like, all right, here, just hand in your firearm. We'll give you a good mag light. That's all you got. I mean, man, I'm sorry. And you'll give you the biggest mag light they got, and you just waylay people. But now it's like the squad I had this last time. I'm like, man, these guys can all shoot. You know, 'cause, I mean, we were shooting for accuracy. It was more accuracy than time-based this last match, and I was like, man, these guys, this is working. Well, whatever y'all are doing with them, it's starting to work. Or maybe they're taking it more seriously. I don't know which. I'm not engulfed in that community like y'all are.
I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of dudes that we've worked with, not like a whole lot, but like one specific is one of the parole dudes.
Yeah.
I remember him first time coming out there, and it was, well, I mean, I'm not judging him. I was the same way. I was like, yeah, but you don't. It's sad. You don't expect him to come back.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we hadn't seen that dude in, I mean, crap, probably since the last LEO competition. He came out this last one, and I was like, dude,
Been working.
hell yeah. Like,
And it
he's
is very refreshing to see those guys that even though, and we invite them, hey, anytime we're out there working, you're more than welcome to come out and join us. And sometimes it's just a simple scheduling conflict or something like that. But you can tell the dudes that are putting forth effort, and then they get to come out to these matches, and then they may get a couple more tidbits of information that they can. But I know most of the dudes on the squad that you had, we have done more work with, and they've actually taken it serious. And I think it is starting to spread. There's a couple other agencies that we're trying to get them to kind of change their mindset a little bit.
Well, I mean, the old mindset, I mean, I've heard this ever since I got started in the sport. It was like what you said at the beginning. The LE community thought that sport shooting, that'll get you killed in the streets.
Yeah.
That was literally what I heard when I first got in the sport. Because I was like, man, because I got in the sport, I'm like, hey, why don't LEs and military guys shoot this? And they're like, they think it'll get you killed in the streets. And I'm like, shooting. We're doing this at a very high rate of speed and very accurately.
Yeah.
I would say that whoever does that the best is probably going to win that shooting match in real life.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some luck involved into it, but it's. I like what I'm seeing, what y'all been doing over the last few years. I mean, like I said, it's helped the community. I mean, as far as the LE from my standpoint.
Well,
And they
a lot
keep
of that's
coming back.
thanks to you. Dadgummit.
Hey, golf clap for all of us.
Yeah, I love getting to come out and shoot. Even if I learned so much just from watching you guys shoot it and be like, it's really fast and you gotta really pay attention. But I'm like, okay, once I watch y'all do it a couple times, like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing here. That's what they're doing here. I mean, just the little small things that you do without thinking about it. And then, but for me, I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. Like why he shot that here, why shoot that one there, and things like that.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, there is a game to it, and I really don't care for that aspect of it. I do in a way, but in a way I don't. I mean, like typically when I look at a stage, I'm like, okay, this is what the stage designer's intent was. There's also gaming the stage where you get a clear advantage, and I'm just like, yeah, because at the end of the day, you are trying to win a match or your division or whatever, but also I'm typically like, I want to try to shoot it to the best of the stage designer's intent to see how I do, because that's where it tests your skill. I mean, if I find a loophole and I'm able to shoot 10 targets around a wall rather than running the rest of the stage, to me, I'm like, yeah, okay, I won the match, but I didn't really test any true skill. I stood in one spot and shot around a wall. And
I would do that, but
I mean, if you're trying to win, I mean that's what you're trying to do. But I'm also like, I want to run through the rest of the stage. I mean, that's why I'm there. And but yeah, I get that.
Well, y'all do a great job of like trying to prevent that as much as possible.
We
'Cause, I
try.
mean, I know several times we've been out there and it's like, no, let's move it a couple more inches
Oh,
that way. I can still see that one.
quarter inch left.
I could make that shot. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we do that on purpose. And I learned long ago. And have you been around Brian much?
yeah.
You have? Okay. So Brian is OCD to like
Horrible.
to the infinity degree.
It's freaking
And-
awesome.
Yeah.
It's
And,
awesome.
Like, years ago, we would sit around and like Debbie and Dale and Bruce, like they had these books of just stages. And we would like just look through them and like, okay, and we'd all initial at the top, like which ones we wanted. Well, now Brian designs them all. And like, so years ago when we'd get out there to set those stages up that we all picked, that was just a guide. It was okay, the target kind of goes in that general direction. The fault lines go in this general direction. Brian is like, no, it goes here.
Right there.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, years ago when he first got involved and like started designing stages and stuff, like we used to have a huge setup crew. I mean, we'd have like 20 people show up to help set up a match. So I was like, well, okay, Brian, you take half the guys and you start here, and I'll take half the guys and we'll go here. He's like, okay. So he builds his stage, and I'm building my stage, and he comes in behind me. He's like, all right, we're going to move this here and this here, and I'm like, no, it's set up.
Barrels there.
He's like, no, this ain't what I was like, well, it's close. It's not right. I was like, oh, it was right to me.
I've learned quick that what you see on paper and what it is
Yeah.
not going to be the same thing.
Well-
if it calls for 2 barrels, we're going to need 14.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to keep it.
One of the best ones was when Smith and I were so proud of ourselves for
yeah.
setting up that stage.
Did we tell that story?
Y'all told it. I mean, it's a great story though, because I seen that and
I was so proud too.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, we did this
We
good.
did so good.
I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, they're going to go out there and build stages by themselves. This is going to be fantastic.
We thought
I was
we
like,
did.
Brian's going to go ballistic on this.
Aaron, we
It was all caps. You fucking idiots! And we're like, what? Oh, damn it!
we literally turned the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. No, so he was helping me get some stages for the training I did today, and we were looking there through, and he sent. There's one. I guess it was a classifier, right?
No, it was
Oh.
the one target one.
Yeah. The 5 reload 5 or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
it's a whole piece of paper that usually has stages,
Yeah.
walls, all this stuff. It just had one target. That's it. And we were like, we can set this one up. And we joked, we're probably still
we
screwed
still
up.
screwed
You still need to move it
Yeah.
3/8 of an inch to the left.
Yep.
But
Although I did that a little bit yesterday. I don't think you caught it, but we had a bunch of dudes that were going to train today come set up. I had them moving stuff too. I was Brian for a little bit.
So how many guys do you have out there today?
Well, 3 guys got pulled off or something they couldn't control, so I ended up having 12.
That's a good crew.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were all crying about the heat, but
It wasn't so bad. So we got out there at 7.
okay, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And
It was pretty
from
cloudy this
7
morning.
to
Yeah.
about 9, it wasn't too bad. And then it started, sucking.
Did you have on all your gear?
No.
I was going to say, if you had on your vest, I thought
No,
for
and
you.
I planned on that. I wanted to, but we should have done that right off the bat, and that was my mistake. And then it was like 10 o'clock, and I was like, we still haven't, put on our. And I was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
that was probably a smart decision.
So I'll tell you a funny story. I was talking about Colorado earlier in that match. So we go out there. It is the end of June when we go to shoot that match in Colorado, and so it was me, Brian, and Mark, and our families. So we rented this big house, and the way we did it was actually on a vacation on the front half, go hit a bunch of the parks and do a bunch of hiking. Then we were all going to shoot me, Brian, and Mark, we were going to shoot the match. It was a 14-stage match. Most shooters were shooting it 2 days. We were doing it all in one so that we could still have 2 or 3 days to vacation on the backside because we wanted to go over into Utah and hit some of the national parks over there. We start shooting the match that day. Of course, we're leaving basically this time here in the South going to Colorado. It's awesome. I mean, it's like, I don't know, maybe 80 degrees, no humidity. I mean, I don't even think we're sweating. It's just amazing. But we're on our squad with several locals. About halfway through the day, this young guy, he goes to his car and he grabs this black vest and puts on, like a weighted vest. And I'm like, this is strange. Why would anybody go put on a weighted vest to shoot this sport? You want to be as light on your feet as you can. And I'm like, watching him, I was like, man, what are you doing? Like, why'd you go put on a vest? And he's like, oh, there's ice packs in here. I'm like, dude, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, this is full of ice packs. And I'm like, I'm like, you're hot?
Oh my God.
And he's like, yeah. He goes, I'm dying out here. And I was like, are you from here? He goes, yeah. He goes, this is hot for us. And I was like, he goes, you don't think this is bad? I was like, dude, I'm from Arkansas. I was like, this is
nice.
I was like, this is awesome.
If I knew nothing else, I heard that story, like, I just want to move to Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was like, I mean, like, Brian wasn't even hot. So if that tells you,
Yeah.
he was comfortable.
Yeah.
And like this guy, I'm like, dude, I was like, whatever you do, I don't care what anybody tells you, never come to the South during the summer.
No.
I was like, you won't make it.
No.
I go, if you think this is bad,
Yeah.
you will not make it in the South.
You will die,
Yes.
Death.
I was like,
overheat, die.
yeah.
That was also smart going up there early to get acclimated, though, like to elevation, to run
Yeah,
around that much. Like,
We didn't think that far ahead.
Where
We
were
just
you
I mean, Brian
like to
might
say,
have.
yeah.
Brian's kind of the brains of the group. You haven't really noticed.
the couple times I've been up there, I mean, it makes a difference. Like,
Well, it does affect some people. Like,
yeah.
Where were you guys at? What town?
Grand Junction.
Okay, so yeah, that's a little lower elevation,
Yeah.
but it is definitely higher
Yeah.
than where we're at. But like, for example, my wife, if we get above 7,500, she immediately gets headaches, nausea,
Yeah.
and stuff. Altitude has never bothered me, even like on top of Pikes Peak and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like one of my kids, altitude bothers him pretty good, and it takes him a couple of days to get acclimated. And I've got a couple that it just doesn't affect at all.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Bothers me because it's cold.
The only time it got me was we were in Estes Park, Colorado.
That's so beautiful.
It's awesome.
So beautiful.
Where is that?
Northern Colorado.
Yeah.
Just outside of it's in Estes, but Fort Collins, and go west.
Okay.
Go
Haven't
out
been
through
there
the
yet.
big, the Big Thompson Canyon.
Okay. Been all over the southern part, Colorado.
It was like up at the YMCA at the Rockies, like camp. And I was fine most of the time, but like we were outside doing a ton of activities and stuff, and I started to feel it a little bit. But that's the only time I've ever gotten affected by it too much.
I did something really stupid in Estes Park one time.
Is that where you got lost and walked 10 miles?
No, that was in southern Colorado. And I was doing a hike. It wasn't a super long, maybe like 2 miles, and elevation change was maybe 1,200 feet. And me and my brother got it, and I think this was in April. And we get up, and there's a small, I would call it a pond here, but it was frozen. And I
Walked
was
out
like,
on it, didn't you?
yeah.
That's what I figured. I mean, leave it to you. Wonder how thick the ice is.
Yep.
We'll test it in the center.
Yep.
You go in?
I didn't. It didn't crack. It
Didn't crack? Oh, wow.
No, it was. So I stepped out a little ways because you could, you can see the air bubbles and,
Yeah.
and kind of gauge the thickness. And I was kind of, because here you don't walk on ice.
Yeah.
Because it's really not ice.
Yeah.
It's just like frost.
Fake ice.
Yeah. And so I'm looking, and I kind of step out. I was, just kind of, and now I'm looking. I'm like, this is thick as shit. We're good, dude. And he's like, all right.
You go for it.
It's freaking awesome. It was awesome.
That's how people die.
Yeah, that is true. There's lots of videos on that on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're also jackasses.
So
which one is this group going to fall under?
Well, I at least looked at it first. I didn't just, full send.
you're a lucky jackass.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
So, how long have you been a sponsored shooter? How did that come about? How long have you been one?
Geez. So since 2016, 16. Yeah. So 2016, I won my first state championship in production. Back then, I was shooting Glocks. And then in 2017, it was right about that time, Walther was starting. They had some new marketing guys, and they were starting a shooting team, and they approached me, and so I started shooting in 2017 for them. And I mean, that's all pretty much stayed the same up until the last couple of years, and they really haven't had much of a shooting team. And then this year, I think they are restarting it again, but not really sure how that's all going to shake out. So so
Lauren makes Glocks look good.
He really does.
Yeah.
He could probably make a high point look good.
Probably.
I don't know about that. I don't know if they make a high point look good. Well, I don't know.
We had some ideas with a high point.
Honestly, I think to make a high point look good, it's going to require a very attractive lady.
Oh,
Probably. I don't think it's going to be a dude. No, just to be honest.
you don't think we could pull it off?
No.
Damn it.
Even in that apron?
Yeah, probably not.
I should wear this in one of our competitions.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think I'm going
The
to.
next one.
No,
When
August.
it's 100 degrees. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to August.
It'll be short stages in August. We're probably going to go back to like a 4-stage format, but they're going to be real short. You
Like
shoot them from 2 positions.
Two rounds per stage.
Well, like 2 rounds.
2 rounds per stage.
Water break.
Yeah, done.
Probably more like 14 to 18 rounds per stage, but like you'll shoot each stage twice from 2 different start positions.
So 4 rounds per stage if we're shooting 2 starting positions. I think I could do that. If we're out there for 30 to 35 minutes, that should be good. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. It should be good.
You just keep on running on that track.
September will be better.
September will be on y'all. I'll be gone.
Damn it. We're going to do so good.
Yeah.
On
That'll be you guys and Brian.
Yeah.
It won't be as bad. It won't be.
It won't be.
No, you say that, but that's how it's been the last
Oh,
several
have you-
years.
Yeah,
You think-
September's been hot the last few
You
years.
think,
Have you shot that
September,
shotgun yet?
October, November.
I have
No.
not. I still got to get a front sight for it
Why?
because you need something to aim with, even with the shotgun.
No, you just look down the rail. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Buy a lot of shells.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm kind of. I mean, it's like in a way I'm looking forward
Do
to this
not
dove
put a
hunt,
beat
and in
on
another
that.
way I'm kind of like, I haven't shot a shotgun. And
Why not put a beat on it?
Because I will put a beat on it for you.
I may put a red dot.
What I thought about doing is getting a
That's what I mean.
BB. That'd be cool. I thought about getting a BB and just super gluing it in that little divot. That's basically what they do. It's just a
Yeah.
little bead.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I could. Hey, you have ball bearings.
That's
get
true.
a small ball
Yeah.
bearing
I'll
and just
put a big
little
one on
super
No,
glue.
put a big like 2 inch around there.
I put a big bearing on there.
So where's the coolest match you've ever been to?
Oh, that's definitely Colorado, that Cameo. So that range, they have like a big mountain as like the backdrop to it. So literally when you're shooting, like when everybody's shooting in the bays, it sounds like thunder coming around the mountain. I mean, it is the coolest thing ever. And they do like a lot of PRS rifle events and stuff there. So like when you're looking up the mountain, you can see all these different like targets up the mountain. Like they shoot from different elevations. I mean,
That's awesome.
it is cool.
That's cool.
It's a shame it's a liberal state, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that's where nationals was supposed to be held a few years ago.
The
And,
magazine thing.
Yeah, somebody threw a fit over the magazines, and
Oh man.
they ended up having to like cancel nationals like right at the last minute and move it to another range. It was
Remember when I said I want to move to Colorado?
Do you
A
not
lot of
want to now?
A lot of stuff needs to change
Yeah.
before I
Yeah.
do that.
and the prices need to come down.
Yeah.
It is
You should.
freaking-
You could send them a strongly worded email.
yeah.
I already have.
What did they say?
I wrote a letter too. No response.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't go through. Did you
Yeah,
check?
You should try again.
I mean, I had the read receipt on. They read it.
Oh, they're just ignoring you.
Yeah.
That's freaking rude.
That's terrible.
That is rude.
Bad customer service.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
You should resend it. Put second attempt.
Yeah.
Second notice.
Yeah. At all caps.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to somebody that is wanting to even consider the idea of getting into the USPSA, whether just for competitive or for training?
Just do it.
Just
No,
do it.
we'll just go with the old Nike slogan. Just
Just
do it. I mean, I've heard all different things over the years, like, oh, I'm not good enough.
We hear
Like,
that a lot.
And I mean, like, I went out, my first deal was I went out and I shot Steel Challenge. And, Steel Challenge, you're standing in one spot shooting 5 plates. I ran out of ammo several times. I got beat by everybody by a large margin. But I met people. That was the best thing. I met people, and some of the people you meet in the gun industry or some in the sport gun industry are some of the best genuine people you'll ever meet. And they will literally help you any way they can. And I mean, it's just like you borrow them a dot. It's
Yeah.
like I have probably 10 belts hanging on my wall, competition belts, holsters. I've got guns. I mean, I'm telling people, it's like, hey, don't buy it. Just come. What gun do you want to shoot? So just come out there, start asking questions. I'm not going to say you won't run into
There's assholes.
a
everywhere.
dickhead every now and then,
Yeah.
but by and large, you will run into good, genuine people that will actually,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, try this. This is how you get started. This is how I got started, and just like these guys, I've always had the open policies. Like Wednesday night's my practice night. Let's kind of, if you want to practice, come on out. I'll work with you. You're probably going to be working on what I'm working on that night, which will probably be some segment of a match that I'm struggling with. So that's what you're going to be working on. So you're going to get a taste of what it is I've seen in a stage somewhere that kicked my tail. And that's just how you get better. But
That is something that we have seen a lot of. We get I'll come out and watch. I'm like, no, just come out and shoot. Well, I don't want to embarrass myself. And no
You're
bullshit.
gonna embarrass
That was
yourself.
that was a concern of mine
All right.
whenever I first started, and because I do how I was doing in practice, and then it's like, okay, but and it is a thing. And the other thing I do like about it is it actually gets you thinking. I know, and one thing that you and the other guys had said is, in your first match, you're going to have your plan, and then you're going to hear the timer, and then you're going to forget that you're at the range and be like, shit. So it does get you thinking, and a thinking brain is a better brain, and being able to think quickly on the move, and and we tell everybody, you're competing against yourself more than you are anybody else. Yes, technically it is a competition, but you're competing against you, and just come out and shoot. Nobody is going to make fun of you. I figured, but I think we make fun of each other.
well, I mean, yeah,
100%.
if you're in within like your own little small circle of friends, yeah, we're going to pick fun at you. I mean, that's part of us having a good time.
Yes.
But there's also like when you come off a stage and you train wrecked, it's like, yeah, they probably need a minute before we start jabbing them,
I'll wait.
We'll let him throw his magazine and get it cleaned off.
We'll put a pin in that one.
Okay. Now we can get on him. I mean, we'll give him a minute to get over it. But yeah, that's different. I mean, we have a good time, and I like that.
Yeah, but you're also not wrong on the willingness to help across the board. I mean, we run into dudes that we don't even know, and like we'll run through something, and they'll be like, "Hey, dude, try this, or this." I mean, just very, very willing to help, and it has helped so much, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah, I know. When I first started going out there, like I said, I started shooting Steel Challenge, and then I literally just showed up that day. I read the rules, like, okay, you got to have a holster and like 5 mags. That's it. I mean, you ain't got to have anything to hold the mags, because you can lay them on the table. And I go out there and I shoot that day. I mean, I'm just doing terrible, running out of ammo. I mean, like literally, there's 5 steel plates. I had 17 rounds in the gun, and sometimes I didn't hit all 5 steel plates. I mean, it's that bad. But at the end of the day, I meet the director, and he's like, "Man," he goes, "You want me to show you a few things?" And I was like, "I really wish you'd have showed me something at the beginning of the day." But yeah, I'll take the advice now. And so he started showing me a few things, and the funny thing was like after that match was on a Saturday, I went back out the next Tuesday night to practice some of the stuff that he told me. Well, he happened to pull up to practice too. And he saw me, and he's like, "Hey, you was that dude that did so terrible." So I was like, that's me. I'm here to practice the stuff that you should have told me at the beginning." And he's like, "Well, you mind if I practice with you?" I was like, "Come on." And so that, and his name is Ken Butler. Yeah, I refer to him as my second dad now. I mean, me and him is like, he's who I go to, like when I need advice on stuff. That's who I go to. And I mean, he just kind of become my mentor. He taught me all this stuff. He had been shooting for years and years. At that time, he was a A-class production shooter in USPSA, which I mean is, if you followed it, A-class is tough to get to. It's tough to get into those higher classifications. And but I mean, I got to train under him for several years, and then I just started dry firing. I was actually just went in hook, line, and sinker, and and kind of got kind of exploded after a while. But you plateau after a while. And this is something you and I had a conversation. It's been several months back. You called me. I don't know if you remember this. You was kind of upset, it's like, "Man, do you think I'm improving?" I was like, "Yeah, I think you're improving." And he's like, "Well, I don't think I am." And I'm like, "Well, okay, I can prove it to you if you understand numbers." And what I was dealing with here. I mean, and I was like, "Okay, let's pull up your very first match and practice score." He's like, "Okay." I was like, "All right, look at your percentage." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, now look at my percentage." I was like, "Yeah." "Okay, you see where you're at in relationship to me?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, now let's go to the last match you just shot. Where's my percentage?" It's like, "Okay, I'm about the same spot that I was the very first time that we shot together." "Yeah." "Okay, where are you at?" "Oh, I'm like 25, 30% farther up." I was like, "That's improvement." I go, that is
Numbers.
that it's like,
Math.
no, yeah. I mean, I know I had to.
You probably had to draw it.
Well, we was on the
ground.
phone. And I didn't have no crayons.
Oh.
I could not draw it.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
He said he did. I mean, I did my best.
He quit crying, so it was okay.
Yeah, I did. And
says I'm better. I guess I'm better.
and so and I think I even showed your numbers too, because I mean y'all basically have all shot the same matches, and I'm like, I was like, Brent's numbers were here. This was the baseline, and I was like, you can see where he's moved up in percentages, and I go, it's a percentage of learning to play this game, but that's also a percentage of improvement over your overall skill and how you shoot. Because it's not just shooting. I mean, we're doing a lot of different things in this match. So in order to move up, all those things have to improve.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, that is the easiest way to show people improvement. And I mean, it's funny because I had this exact same conversation with Bill a few weeks ago. And of course, he's only like his third or fourth match. And he's like, "Do you think I'm improving?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can. Yes, you are improving." And I was like, "I can show you." Although we didn't have the quite time span of what you had. But I was like, this was your baseline, and you've already moved up like 20% just in one or two matches and a few practice sessions. And I go, now, don't get me wrong, the growth from here on out is still tough, trying to inch up those extra percentages. But I was like, that's how you monitor this. That's how you grade yourself. If you, or you're just like me, that's how I break it down to people that truly. I'm just like, I just want to go shoot, and I want to get better. I mean,
I'll be honest. We get done with the matches, and usually you'll send them a picture or something. But like, I try not to even look. It's like, that's not why I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time when I send you pictures, because I got one sent to me, because I want to see that progression, not necessarily of where I ranked. But just, okay, how many Charlies did I have?
Yeah.
What was my time? And how can I have, and breaking down each stage, okay, I know I flubbed this one. I remember that stage, and that cost me some time here. And that's how I've started kind of looking at it, not necessarily where am I in the rankings, but where was I overall? And doing what you taught us to do is identifying different things. Okay, I know I struggled in this particular aspect during this match, so whenever I go train next week, this is what I'm going to be focusing on.
Yeah.
And so, but You're kicking ass too. by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
That little fast little
Am I better
bastard.
than Lauren?
Yes. At this age, yes.
Dude, I wish I'd have gotten into it at your age.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that would have been.
I'll tell you what's cool. I mean, y'all haven't been around the sport long enough to actually seen this transition, but I'm an old guy that's been in it now for 14 years, is the way the sport has changed. You know, not only is everybody going to, you know, the slide ride optics, which was, back when I first started, was the dumbest. The only guns that had optics were open guns. They were all stationary. Everybody shot iron sights. Now everything is optics. But the way people shot back then was what we considered double tap was a bad thing. Like you do not double tap a target. I mean, and what I mean by double tap is 2 shots on one sight picture. Now you've literally got some of your top instructors, they're talking about predictive shooting, reactive shooting, all this stuff. And I mean, they've got these new terminology for it. And that is where the sport is going. And the ranges that they can do that and be accurate, that's what's spooky. I mean, you get these top guys and they're like, yeah, I might throw a double on that target, and it's like a 20-yard open target. And you're like, well, do I? Like, no, I'm gonna see the dot twice, and it's gonna be pretty steady. I'm just gonna send 2. Yeah, they'll be there. Okay, that's
One
pretty
slight
impressive.
Sight picture.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, their gun is tuned, but their recoil control and their trigger control is so spot on that they can do that. And I mean, that to me, that is cool, because
Yeah.
the evolution of the sport, that's not how it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was, you got to a position, you shot your rounds, it was pop, 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 pop. And now it's like pop, 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 pop. I mean, it's just so blistering fast.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
Another pro, I'll say this real quick. I don't want to, that's changing the subject, but this was discussed today. So the last thing we did today's training, we ran the stage one more time. Everyone gets one try. And I said, and we actually worked on transitions. We started rifle and then transition to pistol when we move up. And I told everybody, I was like, whoever has the fastest time, I'll buy their lunch. I had the fastest time. I didn't buy anyone lunch. But
That's cheating. I mean, I'm the only one out here that's just competition. So
what it proved, though, and I didn't even say this, it was actually one of my dudes that said this, Fuller. Afterwards, you know, because you get one try, like whoever has fastest time. And the pressure that everyone experienced, like everyone's watching, I get one try. We had people fumble in mags, and afterwards, he actually said it. He was like, you know, we need to be doing a lot more of this, because, you know, a lot of people were folding under this pressure.
Yep.
Well, you know, if you're in a real live engagement, it's going to be so much higher.
yes,
So,
Yeah.
and it's for real.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part.
Yeah.
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 It's good that they had that realization, and that is something that we've been trying to get across to them, to get them to understand that while yes, I mean, it doesn't 100% crossover, but it is that added stress, like in competitions. There's a bunch of people watching you, and all that other shit. And yeah, if you can't deal with that kind of stress and be so mentally focused that when I get up on the line, when the buzzer goes off, I'm the only motherfucker on that stage, and I'm concentrating on this, and that's all I'm concentrating on. But good, that makes me happy.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And the people that
Do you
have
like to
that
be happy?
that have that stress, you know, as far as everyone's watching, you know, of course, even competitions now, especially like, all right, first stage, let's show all these guys I'm not a complete idiot. And then you fuck it up and you're like, they already know I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's fine now.
But you move like past, like, you know, like you said, you move past that part though, and then, you know, like going back to, it was so high for me, like you said, you know, first starting out, this is the stage, this is my plan. I'm gonna I think I've told this story, but it's like one of the first times. It's like I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Beep! I went right, and I was like, I don't know what to do from here. But like, just like like I haven't fumbled a plan in a long time now, and I still will. But
Yeah.
so I'm gonna that's the type of progression that I see and
Yes.
look at. Not necessarily the numbers, but like how I feel when I do it.
I feel like a combination of my indexing, my grip has definitely, and you showing me the presentation to my left eye, that was a game changer, and it's taken me a little bit to kind of get to where, because for 20 some years I just straight out in front of me, but my footwork, and because I have noticed the last few, I'm not either stutter stepping or overstepping, or I'm short stroking or anything like that, but getting in my mind, okay, I know as soon as I press, this is exactly where I'm going. This is how I need my feet to be whenever I stop, to where I can do my indexing or whatever it is that I need to do. Which your footwork has always been really, really well. You just need to squat
I
down
need to
just a
get
little
lower.
bit.
Yeah.
He's just young and fast.
He
And
is.
it really doesn't matter about
He
speed.
is.
He's just young and
He's-
fast. He just gets there quickly.
Another thing that makes me feel better, you do it long enough, like every now and again, you'll see someone as good as Lauren make a mistake, and you're like, he is human. Thank God, he's
Hey,
human.
so y'all should have been at the match in Coeta well, that was earlier this month. Yeah, in July. And so we went to Coeta, me and Travis. So I think there was 2 stages for whatever reason. Didn't even need a reload, and did them. I'm in the process, like, I shoot some targets, and I start running over here, and it's like, this is a 16-round stage, and I got 24 rounds in the mag. Like, I don't know why I'm reloading, but we did it, and, finished the stage. And I'm like, well, it didn't really screw up anything. But I mean, like, halfway through, like, during the mag change, I'm like, this wasn't part of the plan. But we got to do with it now, because we got to get the gun loaded.
I've done that several times.
But the funniest thing in the match was, like, literally the last stage. Of course, I'm tired. It's hot that day, and we had to spot you. It was one of those awkward start positions where your gun is loaded, but no rounds in chamber. So it's, typically you're just drawing out, coming out, and this time you've actually got to draw, or I guess what they call the Israeli carry. You've got a racket. You've got targets right here. I mean, you immediately got to engage, go to the far left, shoot some stuff, and then come back around, and you got to run up this alleyway. And now Coeta has some fairly large gravel you're running on.
Oh.
I was tired. I'll just be honest. My feet were not keeping up with my top half. And, how they're always teasing me about hitting walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took out 2 of them. I mean, I literally, I start to turn and go down the hall, and like part of me turned, part of me didn't. My shoulder just hits the wall, and I literally just uproot both walls. I grab, I go down. I don't go all the way to the ground, but I slam the gun in my hand in the ground. Get back up. I get back up, start shooting targets, and they yell stop. I'm like, oh man. And I was like, well, I know I didn't break the 180, because I like busted my whole hand going in the gravel with it. And they're like, well, you did a good job keeping the gun pointed down range, but like you took out half the stage. I was like, damn, wish I'd have been the last shooter. Because we wouldn't have had to tear down as much. So yeah, it happens to us all.
Oh man. Well, Smith, you want to leave us with a word of wisdom?
Word of wisdom. I'll tell you a funny story from the ranges today. This is wisdom. There's wisdom to be had from it.
Make sure you're the one that wins when you offer lunch.
No, I went down to the range today, and I took those one in the 65-yard bay. I took those ones down. I got there at 6:45ish, 6:45 in the morning. I still am not awake yet. I pull my car down there, and I go to just start pushing this thing up. I mean, as soon as I hit it, bow, wasp right in between my eyes.
Hell yeah.
That was a horrible way to wake up. So, words of wisdom. Summertime, maybe check that stuff for wasps before you
Look for wasps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed them all though.
Hey,
There you go.
as long as you killed them.
So,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
All right.
But you woke up after that, didn't
Oh, it was awful. It was awful.
you? That's better than any coffee.
Yes.
I kind of
Yeah,
thought
no doubt.
like I was pissed, and then later I thought about it from the boss's point of view. Right? He's just chilling at home. Maybe he's on guard. I don't know.
He's probably asleep.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And then all of a sudden, hey, someone's like about to destroy our home, and then he kamikazed me right between the eyes. I was like,
You'd get
that
out.
was a badass wasp.
Good for him.
Yeah, good
Good for him. And then he
Yeah.
killed him.
Then I killed him.
And his family.
And his entire family. Yeah.
Every one of them.
Oh, shit.
Give respect where respect's due. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Lauren.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thanks
Good
for having me.
times. You're
Hell
welcome.
yeah. Brian's next.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I can't wait
Till
for that
next time.
Until next time.
Hell yeah.